Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with TK. Today, you guys, I have made a delicious rum cake. That's right. This was my first time making a rum cake. I'm not a baker, so it's not the prettiest cake, but let's get into this video on my cooking adventure today. Okay, so the first thing that you do is to preheat your oven to 325 degrees because we're going to bake our cake for 50 to 60 minutes at 325 degrees. Now, our next step is to get into making our cake batter. So the first thing you're going to do is grease or oil. Spray some oil on, or if you don't have any spray, use some vegetable oil and rub it in on your bundt pan. The next step is to flour your bundt pan, and the reason why you're greasing and flouring is so that your cake does not stick. Okay, so you're going to sift the flour all the way around and shake off any excess flour, and your floured and greased bundt pan should look like so. Okay, now the next step is to get some crushed pecans or walnuts, whichever you choose. I had pecans, so I used the pecans or pecans, some might say. And I crushed them, and I'm going to use about 1.5 cups of these crushed pecans. And I am going to make a mixture for them to go into the bottom of the bundt pan for our rum cake. Okay, so after I measured that out of the pecans, I'm going to add in about half a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. If you would like to add more, you can add just a little bit more brown sugar. Okay, then after we add in the cinnamon and the brown sugar to our pecans, we are going to add in just a little bit of that rum. Yes, add in about a tablespoon of rum. And we are going to mix the pecans, the cinnamon, the brown sugar, and the rum together. And remember, you can use light or dark rum. Okay? Our next step is to place our pecans at the bottom of our bundt pan, okay? Like so. Our pecan mixture with our 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, a half tablespoon of cinnamon, brown sugar, and rum. Now, let's get to mixing our wet ingredients. I used 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 stick of butter, and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, and we are going to mix these ingredients together to form our wet batter. And you're going to mix it for about 3 to 5 minutes with an electric mixer to get it extremely well combined. As you see, I'm doing here, and I had it to almost extremely high, so I think it was about an 8, okay, or 9, and you're going to mix that. And this is what it should look like after mixing it 3 to 5 minutes, and your ingredients, your sugar, your butter, and your oil are well combined. The next step is to add in our 4 eggs, 1 at a time, okay? And you're going to mix each egg like so, 1 at a time, okay? Until it's well combined. Then you're going to move on to your next egg. As you see, I am doing here. That's my second egg. And I'm mixing that until it is well combined. And then I'll move on to the third and the fourth egg. And I'm going to mix them until they are well combined. You guys, I just couldn't wait until I was finished with this cake. This is a very, very delicious cake. And I hope you guys do try this recipe. And remember to get your spatula during this process of mixing your cake so that you can scrape down any ingredients from the side to try to get all of them mixed together, okay? And I would advise you to use an electric mixer. If not, you're going to be doing this all day. Okay, so now I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of vanilla flavoring. If you would like, you can add in a tablespoon or 2 of butter extract as well. Or you can add in a tablespoon or 2 of rum extract. Okay. So we have all those wet ingredients. Now we're going to use a separate bowl to mix our dry ingredients or sift them together. We are going to use 2 cups of cake flour. And then I am going to use 1 tablespoon, that's right, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 2 cups of cake flour, 1 box of vanilla pudding mix, 3.4 ounces, you guys. So basically 1 box. This is very crucial because this helps the cake to taste very sweet. So please do not leave that out. Okay, some people use a yellow box cake mix, but I'm using cake flour. So I'm using 2 cups of cake flour, 1 box of the Jell-O mix, and 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Okay, so now I'm going to add half of my dry ingredients to my wet ingredients, okay? And I'm going to mix that first half until it's well combined and I no longer see the white flour mixture, our cake flour mixture for our rum cake, okay? As you can see here, there is some flour to the sides. Make sure you guys scrape that down, okay, before you finish your mixture. Now we're going to move on to adding our second half of the dry mixture, our flour mixture, and we're going to well combine that as well. Okay, now I'm adding in a half a cup of whole milk, just a half a cup of whole milk. And we are going to mix that until it is well combined. Now that we have our rum cake mixture completed, we are going to add this to our bundt pan over the top of our pecans, like so, as you see I am doing here, you guys. And the little bit that's left, go ahead and scrape it into your bundt pan. Now, get ready to place your bundt pan for your rum cake mixture into the oven for 50 to 60 minutes at 325 degrees. Remember, we preheated our oven to 325. After our cake has cooked for approximately 57 minutes, my cake is done. Here it is, you guys. Look at this cake. Isn't it beautiful? And I know it's going to taste delicious. So while our cake is cooling, we are going to go ahead and work on this glaze. That's correct. Put in there a half a cup of sugar, a half a stick of butter, and 2 tablespoons of water. And you're going to stir this together until it is well combined and everything has melted down into a liquidy mixture. And once it's melted down, you're going to allow it to cook for 1 minute. Just 1 minute, okay? Mix it really, really well. Now that our mixture has cooked for 1 minute, I poke holes in the cake because we are going to pour our glaze over our cake. Now, I should have doubled the recipe, but I didn't. We're going to do our our rum extract. And we are going to place in 1 tablespoon of our rum extract into our glaze mixture. Combine that very well because that's what I did. Oh my gosh, you guys, this tastes so delicious. And you're going to pour or spoon, like so, which is easier. Spoon the glaze mixture over your cake. And do it very, very slow. And it will go into the holes that we poked in. If you don't have a skewer or a toothpick, remember you can use a fork to pour your mixture over your cake. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video so far. Please go down and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave comments down below. Share this video out with your friends so that I can get their feedback as well. And make sure that if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because I want to see you in my comment section and I want you to enjoy me with my cooking adventures here on Cooking with TK's channel. Okay, now we are going to try and cut this cake to see how moist it is. Isn't this cake beautiful, you guys? Trust me, it tasted extremely delicious. I really enjoyed this cake, you guys. So now let's cut it. So here it is. We have a slice of our rum cake. Look at how soft this is, making us a homemade from scratch rum cake. That's correct. A homemade from scratch rum cake. Look at how soft it is compared to using a box cake mix. See how it springs forth and back, but it doesn't fall apart and it's not crumbly like a box cake mix. This is what you're looking for when you are baking a cake. So, you guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please don't forget, I'll say it again, to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys try to make you a great rum cake for the holidays as well. And stay tuned to my channel for another great video. Have a great day.